Hattiesburg. It's time for the Southern Miss Student Media Weekly Wrap Up. The Southern Miss Student Media Weekly Wrap Up is a look at the events Southern Miss Student Media covered throughout the week and the events Southern Miss Student Media is working on for next week.
Good afternoon, Golden Eagles, and welcome to the weekly wrap-up show on Southern Miss Radio. You're tuned in to WSM 88.5 FM. I'm your host for today, Adeline Fields, and today we're taking a look back at what SM2 has been up to this past week, as well as what's coming up next. After a quick break, we will be right back, starting off with Carter Crow from Stratcom.
Never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners, where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you Mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer.
In response to attacks against Asian Americans, Maddie Park raised over $250,000 to donate cab rides to the Asian community.
There is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
Support the Asian community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
Put a frog in boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in cool water and slowly heat it up, that frog will boil. As veterans, we tell ourselves the lie that we can handle anything. We let the water boil. You are not a frog. If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach. Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
All right, we are back with the weekly wrap-up on Southern Miss Radio. Starting off, we're going to be talking with Carter Crow from Stratcom.
Hi, Adeline. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm so wonderful. This week, this has been a very busy week for Stratcom because I have been talking about it for the last 3 weeks on this radio show, but we are finally getting up to the time of open house. I am so excited. I am so ready. Our open house is going to be great. Our open house is going to be really great. We've got a lot of sponsors coming in, and they're going to help us. They're going to give us food. We've got all sorts of informational booths set up for the event. It is going to be very interactive. We are going to have doors wide open at 4 o'clock, and it's going to go all the way to 6. And so this is going to be my last time to be able to get on the radio and say, come to the open house, because this is going to be an event you do not want to miss. This is we've invited a lot of people. We've spread the word, and we want a big turnout. So come on down to College Hall, the 3rd floor, from 4 to 6, and we're going to have food, like I said, and come and learn about what we can do for organizations on campus. If you're a business owner, you can come learn what we can do for your business. If you're a student who wants to know about SM2, come see what we do. Come see what the voice of the student looks like over here. But like I said, I'm super excited to talk about that, and that will be coming up on next Tuesday. Now, Monday, we do have a News You Need live session with Dr. Ed Simpson, and so that's exciting. We encourage people to go out and see that. You'll be able to see it in person.
It'll be in Stout Hall, Room A,
Okay.
and it's between 4 and 5, if I'm not mistaken, but it's in the
Yes.
communication station as well, so that is coming up, so
Thank
get
you for
excited.
that clarification,
Yeah, yeah.
Huey. He got me when I don't have all my information straight.
in the know.
He's keeping me up to date, keeping me on edge. But like Huey said, that's going to be in Stout Hall on Monday from 4 to 5.
Yeah.
4 to 5. Come check out Dr. Ed. I've been on that podcast before. I know many other people around this table have been on that podcast. So go out, check it out, see what news that you need. On other news of things that are coming up, so next Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, next Friday, the 10th, I would like to announce that the Hattiesburg Convention Center is hosting Rainbow Kitten Surprise for their tour, their current tour. It is the Thanks for Coming tour, and that'll be at the Hattiesburg Convention Center coming into Hattiesburg on the 10th. That was a paid promotion. And then along with that, we also have a 5K coming up on the 19th of October. And so this 5K is done by Mississippi Diabetes Research Foundation. They are a local research foundation. They are not funded by any outside sources. They are 100% nonprofit. And so they are having a 5K walk on the trace behind USM on October 19th from 1 to 4, if I'm not mistaken. And so big open invitation for anybody who wants to come, do a little walk for some awareness, and really come and show face. Show what that Golden Eagle spirit is about and how we love to support and help our community. So that's another paid promotion. But other than that, social media, we've had a great week with social media. Everything's coming out on time. Everything's coming out timely with articles. People seem to be in the know. People seem to be engaging properly. So we really appreciate that. And I would like to send an open invitation for everybody to follow us on Instagram at SM2.USM. Facebook is Southern Miss Student Media. X is SM2.USM, if I'm not mistaken. And come check us out. We have all the news, all the stories at your fingertips. So that really wraps it up for me. Adeline, you got anything?
I mean, you guys have been busy.
It's been a busy week. I haven't had a break, but you know what? This is the accumulation. This is when I get to talk about that busy week. So really excited.
A lot of good stuff. We have a news wrap by Kiera Fox coming up, and then after that, we will be back with Huey Turlich.
The streets of downtown Hattiesburg were occupied this weekend, yet not with traffic, but with a celebration.
The Mobile Street Festival is a cultural heritage festival that was started to bring attention to a community that was in decline.
And what better way to bring the community back together to showcase all of what Mobile Street was known for?
Entertainment district during segregation in Hattiesburg, and you had great gospel music, great blues, and businesses that were located on Mobile Street. So we wanted to bring that attention back, so we decided to start out with a festival 20 years ago.
Once a thriving hub for Black-owned businesses, Mobile Street's legacy still echoes through these blocks. History that isn't just remembered, but also celebrated. Within the past 20 years, the festival has been able to bring the community together through music, food trucks, street vendors, and more. According to attendee Sabir Abdul-Haq, being here creates quite the feeling.
I feel really excited. It feels really good to be working in the Hattiesburg community, as a part of the Mobile Street community, as a part of the greater Hattiesburg community, and really engaging with folks, seeing what's on people's minds, having conversations, and really just enjoying the energy. I just feel really inspired.
Inspiration that will leave a lasting legacy throughout the Hattiesburg community. Kiera Fox, SMTV News.
Yeah. What a great story, y'all. But anyway, we're back with our weekly wrap-up with Huey Turlich. You want to tell us a little bit about what's been going on with
the Prince? Yes, so the newspaper is out and about, so make sure you pick up your copy. Actually, starting off with Miss Kiera Fox, she done a news article along with her radio rap on the Hattiesburg Mobile Street Festival, so make sure you pick up the paper, show it some love. All of our students are out here working every week nonstop to get the news to you, so let's make sure that we celebrate them and congratulate them. And if you can't grab a paper, stay connected on social media like Carter said. All of our stories go up to our page, so, you know, support your friends. So our front page stories this week was the USM Candlelight Vigil honoring Trey Reed's life. Students got together and came out, and it was really a pretty beautiful moment that they were just together. A community came together. So But yeah, and then a little bit of brighter news. Hattiesburg was celebrating its Hispanic Heritage Month, so that was actually really cool. I was downtown last weekend, and I got like 4 free plants. They were doing like a music festival down there, and I listened to free music and got free plants. So it was actually really nice, and that was fun just getting out into the community and learning about things. And then we had a UC Berkeley physicist, thank you, because my word was not worded. Speaks at Rayborn Lecture. So that happened on campus this week. So if you missed out, go ahead and check and see what we have come up with. We had a few opinions articles in the paper this week. So YouTube reactors bring classic music. Fun fact, I have not actually read through all of this. That's interesting. Okay. And then AI art and the myth of progress. AI, that has been a topic of discussion now for a while. So we'll have to keep up with AI and see where that's going. And then we had Miss Cox done the local bike shop host free naloxone giveaway. What is going on, y'all? I promise I have some education.
So that's like the Narcan.
That's the drug.
Yeah, that prevents overdosing. So that was a really important story as well.
That's amazing. I know that bike shop. Look at there. Okay, and then Mississippi Sheriff's push to use radars to curb speeding. This is a very interesting story. This happened last year, I believe. We had a story similar to this. And a lot of students had backlash with it, and parents also, because some of the parents were getting the student tickets because they weren't driving.
I know I've gotten a ticket or two on Hardy Street, so.
Yeah.
Plenty.
See, it's not bad when you're the one getting the ticket, but when your parents get a ticket in the mail because you're driving their car, that's when the heat really inspires, because they're just scanning tags, so they don't know who's driving it.
My
the person who
dad,
gets the ticket.
He got an envelope in the mail. He pulled it out. A picture of my car's on it. And he was like, he called me. He said, Carter, why do I got a picture of your car in the mail? And I said, oh, I guess they got me.
Whoopsies.
But that was another one. It looked just like mine. They took my tag and everything.
I swear.
But yeah, on heavier news, Mississippi's infant mortality is rising, but not because of vaccines. So grab that. That was from the Roy Howard. So won't you check that out and see what's really going on? Ooh. Can't break the suspicion. You got to find out on your own. Yeah, I'm not butchering that. Can you butcher that word for me?
I'm not going to say this person's name either, but it is a local comedian. They did a show at Brewski's, I'm pretty sure, and we had a reporter go out and do a whole piece on that show.
John Marco Sorcy.
Perfect. Thank you.
There we go. Yeah, something like that. That's perfect. And then we also had a really fun time with the students who, our ear students, put on the, I guess, the recording and establishment of a recording artist. And it was Tom McDermott this year. And we were over at the Intermezzo. And Miss Kennedy Drake was actually on stage doing the interview. And so she just pulled that information and wrote an article. So y'all go check out his A Master of Ragtime and New Orleans Piano. It was really amazing. It looked really good. So y'all go support all of our recording students. They really do go out there and put on a show. So shout out to them. And we have some on pop culture. So let's see. Everybody loves a little pop. And off topic, I don't know if anybody else has been listening to these diss tracks lately, but Cardi B kind of came off and popped off. Okay. I don't know if we've seen this. Wow. I'm just here for it. And then Tate McRae also. There is a lot of tea going on in these music, so y'all keep up. Pop is popping.
Cardi B
is popping. Okay.
Her little marketing scheme for selling the album.
Bro, I loved it so much. She was doing it on the street. She said $9.99.
She's selling it for low prices and selling off her vinyls because she said she's got to make a living.
You know what?
It's so funny. She's been on the subway, everything. That marketing. Relatable. Amazing. First of all, pop off. And fun fact, also, I don't know if y'all seen this, but I believe Taylor Swift's album's out.
Yep.
Didn't it release at midnight last night?
It is indeed.
So there's
all
a
the
lot going on.
In a whirl.
Yeah, they're going crazy. I should probably listen to it. My friend's a Swiftie, so if not, I'm going to listen to the whole album later at some point. Okay, back to the paper. So pop culture. Sabrina Carpenter's career growth brings popularity and controversy. Tea. Again.
They hate her because they ain't her. I
know. I actually met Sabrina Carpenter. Fun fact. I did background acting in New Orleans.
He casually told me this the other day.
Yeah, and I met her. It was after she'd done the song Sue Me. and we talked about it.
Huey.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
in Tall
casual.
Girl, Tall Girl was being filmed in New Orleans, and I was
Is it
just hanging out
possible
there
for
with
me
them.
to fall off the radio because I'm about to fall off? Oh wow!
Calm her down, calm her down.
Oh wow, I'm jealous.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
Huey's
was-
had a lot of side quests in his life, I found out.
Yeah, it's kind of just crazy. I just do random things, because why not? Life's short. Okay, so back to track. Okay, I really got to go. Sidetrack, y'all. Sidetrack. Okay, so how Submarine redefined the coming-of-age film. I should read that. One battle after another, a relentless thrill. I do read most of the articles, you guys, but there's so much to read and so much to keep up with that there's only so much that I can do top to bottom. Alrighty, so for good news in the sports realm, USM football defeats Jacksonville State 42-25. Our team is on a roll. We are here for support. We are so proud of them. And USM volleyball sweeps ULM in straight sets as well. So we have good news all around. And that has been your update for the Student Prince. Back to you, Adeline.
Thank you, Huey, for that
eccentric,
that wild update. We have a news wrap from Taishan on the Trey Reed's vigil. Check it out. We'll be back with Vivian right after.
Students, family, and community members grew still Thursday evening at the University of Southern Mississippi as candlelights glowed in remembrance of Trey Reed. Trey Reed was a 21-year-old black Delta State student who was found hanging from a tree on campus. USM student Madison Mosley said the candlelight symbolizes how quickly a life can disappear.
Trey's life got taken from him, and so I feel like it really symbolizes life and how much we actually take it for granted because it's so fragile and you only get one.
The Centennial Garden located on campus glowed as many gathered for prayers, speeches, and a moment of silence. The vigil was hosted by USM NAACP chapter on campus. Brilliant Terrell, a board member, said there was no big agenda behind this event, but only with the hope of sending unity.
So I hope that it sends a message of unity. As unfortunate as it is, with great loss comes great unification after that loss. And I hope that we can come together and just be unified as a people. We don't really have an agenda for this meeting per se. We just wanted people to come and feel those raw emotions that comes with loss.
Jalen Stature, a senior at the University of Southern Miss, said every moment during the vigil meant a lot to him.
I can't really just pinpoint one specific moment. All of it meant a lot to me because having all this big of a turnout and everybody coming here on the same goals and the same ideas, it really spoke a lot to me.
I'm Tashawn Hobson with WUSM.
Sponsorship comes from American Graphics. Located at 8 Commercial Warehouse Drive in Hattiesburg, American Graphics provides custom screen printing and embroidery. They can be reached by phone at 601-602-2277. And the website is goamericangraphics.com. American Graphics, printing at its finest.
In Southeast Mississippi, we stand united for the most vulnerable in our community. Become a game changer and volunteer by calling United Way of Southeast Mississippi at 601-545-7141. We have one life. To live better, we must live united.
Estos son los sonidos de una cena que casi no sucedió. Es una cena servida gracias a personas como tú. Debido a la crisis actual, 50 millones de personas pueden vivir con hambre este año. Feeding America está ayudando a los que más lo necesitan. Y si quieres, tú puedes ayudar también. Visita feedingamerica.org/en-español. Patrocinado por el Ad Council y Feeding America, la fuerza de 200 bancos de alimentos.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
All right, we are back with our weekly wrap-up on Southern Miss Radio. Let's talk next to Vivian with tell us what's been going on with MMJs and everything.
All the things. So Huey covered a lot of our stories from this past week that our MMJs did. They've been doing a lot of hard work this whole semester. And a lot of the ones that are returning, they've definitely started developing their storytelling skills, which is really awesome. And even our new people this semester have been really hitting the ground running. Like Tyshun, he's been killing it with radio raps and stuff.
Yes.
Cam's been killing it. So we've had a lot of really cool things happening this semester. In terms of SMTV, we've had a lot of new people in production, and our very own Micah Hill in creative. She is now our director for SMTV, and she directed her first show on this Wednesday, and she crushed it. So we're very proud of her. Happy to have her on the team. She's doing really well. We also have a bunch of new people in the production team who have been working really well together, so it's been really awesome to see that as well. And all of our anchors have putting in a lot of hard work and doing their part as well. We have some cool stories coming up this coming week. We have a lot of different sports stories. I know Gabe's been working on a story about softball fall ball season. There's also an award for soccer that's going out, and so he's going to do a package on that. We also have some other stories. Hattiesburg just got a new fire alert system, so instead of all of the fire departments being called out, it goes to that specific one in that area, which you would have thought that they would have already had that.
I did think that.
But apparently not. So the call would wake up anyone in that area rather than just the fire department that was needed.
And they need their sleep. I don't know if people know, but 24-hour shifts are rough.
Right. So Kennedy's going to be covering that this week, which I think will be a really interesting story.
That's news.
Yep. We have a lot of on-campus stuff as well. I know Andy's going to be covering some different events, and Ty's doing a story on career paths versus passion. So I think a lot of students pick majors, and sometimes their motive is for the money, and sometimes their motive is for passion. And so he wants to kind of look at that and what students are kind of more focused on at the moment. And we did a story recently on like the job market being so uncertain for grads or for students to go into. So I think that kind of relates well to that as well. And then Ashley Naylor, she's one of our newest MMJs. She's been doing really well. She's working on a story about first-gen students as well. So I think that'll be really cool. And if you don't know, it's October, which means it's spooky season.
Ooh.
Oh, that was good. That was good, Carter.
Sound effects.
So, and open house is next week. So I took it upon myself to decorate the newsroom. So if you're ever
She
up here
popped
on the
off.
third
Decorate,
floor,
girl. She went all out.
check out the newsroom. We've got spooky stuff in there, and we got all the things.
We got some new
spider
friends hanging around.
webs. Yeah, we got all sorts of stuff. So
And it'll be spooky for that open house. So if you want to see some spooky decorations, spooky kooky open house.
I got y'all. Okay, I got
We're
y'all.
gonna have to rebrand the open house logo. I mean the theme now.
Yeah.
We need a new flyer. Just one special flyer with the Halloween stuff on
So
it.
we also have our pitch meetings on Fridays, and Halloween is on a Friday this year. So we will be doing an SM2 costume contest with everyone, not just MMJs, after our pitch meeting on Halloween.
So y'all come dressed up on Halloween and show us what you got.
And I'm gonna do like elementary school party games too. Like we're doing like minute to win it. Okay, so be prepared. Bring the competition on all the levels. Bring your costumes. Get ready. It's gonna be
Because life
fun.
is more than just work.
That's true.
Throw as
Amen.
many
Life and
balls
work
of
balance.
tissue paper into the red Solo cup.
Exactly. Carter
Hey, I
gets
have the
it.
giant red Solo cups.
You do. So that's been pretty much it on our end. We've had a lot of different changes that I've kind of been mentioning before, but I think they're all handling it really well. We had some workshops this week as well for SMTV stuff, and I think it's been really good feedback for them. So.
Well, thank you. I'm going to jump over to radio really quick.
Yeah.
This past week, we had the DuBard School. On Monday, we had Nadine Phillips with the Cook Library Science Cafe. And on Wednesday, our interview was with the University Forum. Thursday, we had the Rise Adult Literacy Program.
Yeah, I was here.
Yeah, so a
to
lot
meet
of
her.
really awesome interviews. Check them out on YouTube. Next week, we have Pine Belt Blueways, Emily Holmes with the Ready for Life workshop series. And on Wednesday, we'll be learning about the Community Outreach Safety Festival. And yeah, we have the News You Need on Monday in Stout Hall at 4. Open house, we're going to be live from 4 to 6, so come check us out. You'll be able to kind of see the behind the scenes of radio. But I think that's it for our weekly wrap up. So thanks for tuning in, guys.
We wrapped it up.
And that's it.
Yep.
And that's a wrap.
This has been the Southern Miss Student Media Weekly Wrap Up. A look at the events Southern Miss Student Media has covered throughout the week and the events Southern Miss Student Media is working on for next week. The Southern Miss Student Media Weekly Wrap Up airs Fridays at noon on Southern Miss Radio. We'll see you next week for the Southern Miss Student Media